our country, India, which is the largest, the oldest, and if we exclude the 19th and the 20th century, the wealthiest civilization. But up to the 17th century, the wealth in India was more twice than that of the rest of the combined world. The influence of the ancient Indian civilization on the modern world is because of the manifestation of the Indian genius. Yes, you heard it right. And some of the foundations are like medicine, religion, and astronomy, mathematics, metaphysics originated in India. Yes, that's why we call India as the cradle of human society. Good morning, everyone. Respected Vice Principal, special guests, panel of judges, professors, and all my dear friends. I am Longleng. I am Naga by blood and an Indian by allegiance. It is a privilege to stand on the stage and participate in the declamation competition on the topic Take Pride in Our Heritage and Legacy. I am proud to be a citizen of this great nation called India. India has created an ambiguous yet an integrated identity found nowhere in other places of the world. India has a glorious past and has inherited a great legacy. However, there is danger in our legacy. British. There was time when British ruled our country, India. There was time when British tortured our country, India. But do we really have to stick on that point of view, on that thoughts, on that view? No. You know what? There are still things which our ancient Indians have did for us, are good things, a good legacy, and they have set a best example for us. They have did 50% of the work, the good deeds, and it's our time, it's our responsibility to start from the 51% to complete into 100%. Yes. The ancient Indians were not bound by any religious or other laws. We were secular. We were secular and we were free. And on top of that, men and women were given an opportunity, the equal opportunity. And on top of that, women were given a high respect. They were held at a high esteem. But with this ethos becomes subverted along with the course of the Indian history. I was talking about Indian history, now let me come to the Naga context. In our Naga context, our forefathers, they have also set a good example, though in the primitive days. Our forefathers, they were brave, they were hardworking, they were courageous, and they had a high moral values and they were self-reliant. If we compare the past and the present scenario, the present generation, I feel like we must go to the time, we must go to the days to learn, unlearn, and relearn it, so that we will make a better future for the better world.
But great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Bhagat Singh fought for our freedom. I, a citizen of a country where you will see different religions and having different ideas, cultures, but united together. I am from India, our country, our motherland, with more than 1 million population, with people having different opinions, with different suggestions and different cultures. This is our India, a magical land where we all live together even though we have diversities. Hello everyone. My name is Yuva, and I'm from 6th semester. And today is an honor and privilege to stand in this stage and give a short speech about why we should take pride in our country, in our heritage. India, or Bharat as we say, it is our motherland. It is the second most populated country in the world with more than 1 million population. But still then, it's the magic of this land that binds us together. But sadly, in this society, in this modern society right now, our society has this one mentality. We don't know our main Indian heritage. You come to Nagaland, you will find Naga people with their Naga heritage and Naga cultures. You go to Assam, you will find Assamese people with their Assamese heritage and legacy. You go to Mizoram, you will find the Mizos with their heritage and legacy. Where is India? Do we know the main heritage of our India? It is rich, it is amazing, when we explore the real heritage of our country. Taj Mahal, a symbol of love, and 7 wonders of the world. The Agra Fort, the real mountains of Allahabad, and many more. These all are heritage, our identity. Do we know that? We have this mentality that we look different, our cultures is different, our heritage is different, and we forgot our main roots. My fellow brothers and sisters today, let us wake up. Let us find out the main heritage of this country and let us be proud of it. This heritage of this country is our identity. This country promotes tourism. This heritage promotes tourism, promotes our country, promotes each and every one of us. Let us be proud in it. Let us take pride in it. Our Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister once said, जब हम अपनी जमीन से जुड़ेंगे, जब हम अपनी जमीन से जुड़ेंगे, तभी तो हम ऊंचा उड़ेंगे. Simply means when we connect to our own land, we will fly high. Let us connect, my fellow brothers and sisters. Let us connect to this heritage of ours, so that we can lift our country. So that we can lift the rich experience, the rich heritage that our country has to offer. Never forget, our country has the heritage, has the culture, has the tradition that the world is looking for. Thank you, everyone.
India is a country where unity and diversity are accepted. India is considered as the youngest and the second most populous country in the world. India is also progressive in both the capitalistic and socialistic ideal. The things we need to be in 2047 is take pride in our heritage and legacy. We need dream for the future India. Good morning, everyone. Respected special guests and district youth officers, NYKS Longleng, respected vice principals, and all the professors, and all my dear friends. My name is Ichamja. I'm in 6th semester. Today, I'm standing here by motives to teach India to be a better country and developed country in 2047.
India today can stand on its own feet from all those heritage taken from all this legacy. India can stand on its own feet today. Like even some few years back during the pandemic, like India was able to stand on its own feet. India was able to develop its own medicine, taking the heritage from all those legacy. Like there were many other countries which could not stand on their own feet, which depended on other countries. But our India, we stand on our own feet, we develop our own medicine and we distributed it. India does not follow a policy of expansion. Like our great Prime Minister Modi has said that today is not an era of expansion but that of development. So all these things that India does not attack other countries, but India is a strong nation in order to defend itself, in order to defend her. So all these things we can trace it back to our ancestors.
Questions like, where did we come from? How did we even came into existence? Or how did we turn from a naked to a well-trained person is unknown. So today, it's high time for us to learn the beginning of our past historical events. From the top of the mountain YINGLI, the people's so-called poem lived here. My poem name is known as the land of handicraft and land of peace. Under fear of the extremely large advancement having outside the community, all the social, political, economic and religious were practiced in the top of the Mount YINGLI. My poem name is beautifully bounded by the land of Almond in the east, in the west the land of pioneers Mokokchung, and in the north the Assam, and in the south the land of culture Jinsa. Born into an inheriting strong identity, we are proud of our warrior tradition as our previous generations were. My forefathers were headhunters, and I'm proud to be called as I'm proud to be born in the clan of a warrior. headhunting was so much prevalent in Hmong community that the status of a person was increased by the number of heads he ripped off. The bravery of a man was defined by the number of heads he took. The more number of heads they took, the more ink they got in the face as a sign of bravery and pride. With the advent of Christianity in our home area, our culture of headhunting came to an end. It was the day when all the pioneer leaders like late Sri Yong Thao Pom and late Sri Ham Ne Pom promised to bury down all the headhunting equipments into the pit and proclaim peace in my homeland. My Pom Day is a very unique day as none of the tribes in Longleng have a separate day like ours. People maintain the graveyard of late Sri Yong Thao Pom and late Ham Ne Pom to consider as a legacy to seek blessings from them. Till date, the practice is still going on, but slowly by slowly it may fade away, so we need to revive it. My homeland is very much rich in culture and festival heritage. For example, like the Pom Day. Pom Day is a festival when the parents invite their married daughter and give them meat and other gifts as a sign of love and affection for them. Cultural heritage, for example, like the use of morong and the use of traditional attire. But with the impact of modernity, our culture heritage is at the verge of disappearing. So we have to preserve it. Lastly, in my point of view, we can preserve our heritage and culture by promoting it to our younger generation. And how can we promote it? The most simplest answer is through learning institution, as learning institution is the place where we develop our behavior and where we learn things which we were unaware of. So, learning institution must play a very effective role to keep up the legacy and heritage of a person's self and secure. Thank you.
And when we talk about legacy, it means it is something that are left by the past people. We can say it as the footprints of our ancestors. So I'll relate some stories like Taj Mahal, the story of Taj Mahal. We all have a little idea about what is Taj Mahal. It is a historical monuments or buildings being built by Shah Jahan in the loving memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. It is also one of the 7 wonders in the world, and it symbolizes love towards his wife. And when we relate it to our Naga society, morong is one of the heritage in our Naga society. It is an institution. It was an institution in our ancestors where beating of log drums was used by our ancestors. The way of beliefs. We the Naga people, our forefathers believed in the spirit of animism, through faith where they worshipped plants, animals. It was pink. They believed in this. So there is a tree in our village that was being used as a cemetery in our ancestors. It is located in Tamlotong near the junction. It is a big banyan tree. So here, the headhunters of our forefathers, they cut off the enemy's head and they put it in the tree as a cemetery. So it is also kind of a heritage for us. Like we preserve this tree into our generation. And when we look upon our Pom society, there is no any recognized heritage in our society. So we have to recognize, we have to make use of it.
From 18th century, it was being diagnosed as rabbits, but till date, use your cure for that. So, under this program, even our department has been doing every year annually World Rabies Day on September 28. But at this level, at this particular time, just I want to focus is about what rabies is. So everyone must be knowing what rabies is. We call it, in short, pagal-la-dimay.
So far, there's no cure for rabies, and the only way you can save yourself from rabies is through prevention. And there are only two ways you can prevent rabies: exposure prophylaxis, like washing the wound, applying antiseptic. After that, the second is through vaccination. So for humans, there are 5 doses of vaccination for rabies. The first dose is given on the 0th day, which is given on the day you've been bitten by the animal. The second dose is given on the 3rd day, followed by 7-day doses, 14-day doses, and 28-day doses. After you've done this, suppose you've been bitten by an animal, your own pet, like a cat or dog, and the animal doesn't show any signs or symptoms of rabies, you have to make sure that you keep the animal under observation for about 10 days and see if the animal still behaves normal or it has developed some signs or symptoms like excessive salivation or acting aggressive to determine if the animal has rabies or not.